So Vincent Zhou, Olympic medalist, figure skater representing the U.S., joins me in the PNC Bank Sports Corner. Vincent, you took silver in team skating at the Beijing Games, but then right before individual competition, tested positive for COVID. Unable to compete, you responded at Worlds with a bronze medal. But throughout that challenge and your journey, you've been open about your mental health struggles and an advocate for mental health. What has that journey been like as you've balanced that along with being one of the top ice skaters in the world?
Growing up with an Olympic dream, I always had a strong desire to achieve it one day. So I always thought I'd have that Olympic moment, that Olympic experience with me for my whole life. And when it was suddenly taken away from me like that, that was devastating. It was like suddenly losing a loved one. I understandably went into a very bad place after that, especially after coming home from Beijing. Um, and I had a number of weeks to prepare for the World Championships, but where I was at, I didn't even think I would be able to compete at the World Championships. The reason I was able to do so is because the decision to go to Worlds was the hardest step. But the sole reason I went was because I didn't want to live with the regret of not even trying. And so that singular thought got me on the plane to France. And once I was on the plane, I knew I had made it. I was free. I didn't have to live with the burden of making that decision anymore. So once I was there, I just felt magically free, and I had some of the best practices of my life, and I walked away with a medal.
I appreciate you sharing that story. What has it meant for you that you normally celebrated for what you do when you're on the ice, for what you do when you accomplish a medal, but now to be an advocate for mental health? What has that meant for you, for the feedback you've heard from that?
Well, I've seen mental health become more of a mainstream topic over the last few years, and that's made me really happy because as a young boy growing up, I certainly dealt with identity issues, depression, mental health issues like that, and nobody really talked about it. It was kind of taboo, and now, I mean, I guess now it's easy to talk about it, so it's like no groundbreaking act of courage for me to be speaking out about it, but it does make me proud uh, to represent the cause, and I am definitely happy to take a stand with anybody else who will join me in the fight, so to speak.
May not be groundbreaking, but certainly brave and appreciated. So now, every time you skate, you're representing yourself, your mental health advocacy, and very significant as well, your Chinese heritage that you got from your parents. What makes representing that on the ice, especially during this month, Asian American and Pacific Islanders Month, so important to you?
Over the years, I started to see the difference like between Chinese culture isms and also Western culturalisms, I guess is the word. And um, the ideologies clash at points and they work together well at points. I think it's good for me to have perspective on both. It allows me to make better decisions and make judgments from more holistic perspectives. I'm grateful for my heritage. My parents have exacted a certain standard on me my whole life, and I'm grateful for that standard because without it, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be striving to achieve excellence every day the way I have my whole skating career.
And what does the message of this month and celebrating the diversity in your sport mean to you?
Well, seeing Asians at the forefront of the sport makes me really proud. Um, I know that we're in this country, we're representing Team USA, and skin color does not matter. But for me, just seeing like Nathan Chen and Karen Chen, Alyssa Liu, so many of the top skaters in this country being Asian, uh, it just feels good. It's like a warm feeling in the heart. Not that I wouldn't have a warm feeling in the heart seeing any Team USA skater on top, but we're on the topic of AAPI Heritage Month, right? So, and also not to mention the other top skaters in the world being Japanese. I think they're absolutely incredible what they do, and it's great to see.
Well, certainly. I mean, you said it, and it's true. The diversity that we see on the ice representing Team USA is what makes this country beautiful. And people like you, Vincent, make this country beautiful as well for everything you stand up for and to celebrate you, your culture, the people that got you through life and up to this point as well in this month. So Vincent Zhou, Olympic skater, mental health advocate, proud Chinese American, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks so much.